Say less. I got an interesting dilemma here though that I want to get into with you. And I'm gonna break it down in two ways and I want to see what you think about it, right? So let's say we're gonna name this person J, just to omit names and details. I'm just switching some details to some names here. Person J and his girl, they're somewhat new into this relationship that they're in, right? Let's say this is so hard to relate to us. I'm just gonna have to tell it how it is, right? So okay, let's say person J, he's African American. He grew up and pick your city. Pick your city wherever it is. His
Houston.
girl, okay, he's from Houston. His girl is West Indian. Let's say she's from Trinidad, right? Let's say she's from Trinidad. So she's going back to Trinidad for Carnival in February. And initially, Jay wasn't gonna go. Jay was just gonna let her go, rock out, and he was gonna mind his business, do his thing, right? Let's say she asked Jay, like, yo, let's go. This is your first carnival, let's do it. Come with me. And he's like, all right, bet. So she asked him, she's like, yo, how do you feel about me dancing with other people at Carnival? I don't care if you dance with other people at Carnival, right? Do what you gotta do. I wanna know how you feel about that. If you don't, if you were Jay, what would your response to that be?
I mean, I feel like this is something I kinda came up with, like, the Chance the Rapper thing when they caught him catching the wine from the girl,
I'm not asking Chance the Rapper. I'm asking
No, no,
you.
no, I'm just saying, this is where I'm coming from on this. This is something I
Yeah.
questioned when I saw it too, but I feel like in a way, it could be looked at a way, but if she's secure enough to be like, "Yo, I don't care if you sit here and get danced on by a girl, it's whatever. It's the event. It's kinda how it is out there. Everybody's doing it, and y'all are secure in what y'all are, or the people are secure in what they are," then I feel like if you're a secure enough man and she's secure enough, you should feel like that's fine. Like, I feel like I'm personally, it might take me a little bit more to become that secure. Like, you gotta be a little bit more, like, really within yourself and be like, "You know what? It's really not that big," because she's not going to the extent of, like, "Oh, trying to build something with this person, doing something actually with this person." It's just like we dance for a second and then I'm back with you. Like, it's not even nothing. I feel like her being more secure in that situation, saying, "I would be fine if you did it," would make me feel more, like, secure about it, but I think it would take me a couple more years of growth to be able to come that far because I don't know if I can do that at this moment. I would definitely be looking at it some type of way depending on how, like, I'd be like, "I don't get too cute over there," you know what it is, like
That's what that's I've been thinking about if I was in this position. What Because here's my thing. From what I've gathered from a lot of different people, I've gathered a lot of people online and people I've talked to in person saying like it's not the same as they don't look at it like that when during carnival. It's just a dance. That's how they look at it. It's just a dance and they keep it pushing. And so I'm like, okay. But I try and put it into like our perspective, like here, like what events we would go to out here. Like I couldn't, and this is where I'm like, yo, I'm questioning myself thinking about this, right? Like, I'm like, if I go out with my girl, could I just be cool with like us in the same venue, both like dancing with other people? And today, I
no,
don't think I could
no,
say
wait,
yes.
that's 2 different things. Dancing
No,
with
it's
somebody
not.
versus catching a wine and walking off is a they those are 2 different things.
But how
I
long
feel
is the,
like
but here, how is it? Okay, okay. Let me finish. Let me land. So the equivalent to catching a wine there, in my mind here, is like you at the club and this girl start dancing on you. Like, how long is the wine? You can't sit there and be like, time it. Like, how long is the wine? How many songs? You can't predict that. So my equivalent to here would just be like you in a club, you see a shorty, she started dancing on you. That's what it is. So I'm like, that's how I'm seeing it because that's what we're used to growing up in. So I'm like, could I just be cool with me and my girl going to this place? She going dancing with some dude over there, and I'm going dancing with some girl over there. Personally, and this isn't carnival, it's just a club. Personally, I don't think I'm with that today. But on the other hand, I can see why if that's something that my girl has grown up in and she's used to doing every single year, like I would have to be open to the conversation because it's like that's her culture and that's where she's from. You know what I'm saying? It's like, am I gonna be the one to just be like, nah, you can't? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like that just takes a lot of security that most men do not have, and I feel like it's kind of a hard thing. I mean, the reason I said a time thing is because I feel like there's a difference between me and my girl go to the club together, we separate for 30, 40 minutes, and we over here dancing with other people versus we walking down the street at Carnival. It's a whole festival, it's a vibe. Everybody start dancing, you dance with somebody for a second, and then y'all go back together and walk off. That's two different things in my opinion. You being in the club with your girl and y'all split off, that's almost like an open relationship. It's like, yeah, nah, I want you to go fuck with somebody. I'm gonna go fuck with somebody, and we go see what happens. Like
But
I feel like
your
that's different things from the vibe of what Carnival is. Like,
your imagination of Carnival, the thing with it is like you're just imagining y'all together at all times, right? Like there are situations where like you've heard of the troops. Like basically they're the groups of people that are on the floats and the parades and they all have dances together um in specific parades, right? So if your girl is in a parade or in a troop and she's moving with the float or down like the main road and you're not in a troop, you and your girl are not together for an extended period of time. And during this time, what I'm saying is they might be dancing up and down the road. She might be catching multiple wines, nigga. You off by, you know what I'm saying? Y'all aren't like there's an extended period of time where y'all aren't together,
okay,
which is
yeah,
why I'm saying like when I was in the UK and I was at that rooftop party, the guy that told me he was gonna take me to Notting Hill, him and his girl, they came in together. They stayed together. As the party started going on, I started to see she was making her rounds, bro. Like she was making her rounds around the party. You know what I'm saying? Like this is, and I'm saying like to a lot of the,
like
and it's funny to us,
wow.
but to them it's really normal. So that's why I'm asking you, I'm trying to, you trying to be secure, but I'm not like,
Yeah, I mean, when you put it in that context, I wouldn't feel as secure about that. But I also feel like people get into the problem with relationships where they feel all this pressure to never feel attracted to another person in their life. And it's like, that's not real life. Like, you're just attracted to people naturally as a human. So it's like, I feel like a lot more relationships would be happier if people were in that, like, kind of more open type of thing. But I'm not secure enough to do that personally. If you put it in that
yeah,
term, I can't do it because I just feel like that's not what a relationship is. Like that's not what I've grown up to see it as or what I've grown up to be told it is. You know what I mean? Like,
my my solution for Jay was don't go,
yeah, if you don't
don't
know,
go. My
they won't
solution for
tell you what
Jay
happened.
was like if you trust her enough, because here's the thing, I'm like if I'm Jay and this is what she want to do, and I trust that she not gonna cross a crazy line. I just don't think I could just see there like,
Yeah,
like
you can't watch it, but
right. So I would tell Jay, just don't go.
yeah, I'd probably say the same thing because I feel like just some things are like out of sight, out of mind with relationships. Like I don't need to see, I don't need to know. Just
Right,
don't get out of pocket, like real.
right. Well, I'm gonna go back and consult with Jay and see what he thinks. But um that was on my mind the last couple of days. I've had a lot of different thoughts recently.